The future is nuts, bolts, and nightmare fuel. 2026. Had to get used to the new 2026 now instead of the 2025. 2026. Here we are, 2 days in. How you doing? Hope you had a great new year. Chubbs, he's got a lot to say tonight. I don't know if you guys are hearing him or not. He's over there barking. But I hope you guys had a great New Year's, man. A safe one. Hope everything went well. I had a good time. Spent with a lot of friends. It was really nice. Then I spent New Year's Day with mom and dad. Had the black eyed peas, of course, for good luck. All that. Good stuff. Old school country meal. Fried potatoes, cornbread, black eyed peas, and ham. And then we always add in a little coleslaw on the side and then hot sauce. It's perfect. It's a great meal. And I'm blessed to still have mom and dad here and have them together. And they've been together for years and years and years, 40 something years, almost 50, I think now. So pretty awesome, man. Otherwise, yeah, good to see you guys tonight. I've got a selection, a variety of stories and some videos that are going to hammer in the point that not only massive corporations but also all the governments are into the robots, and they're coming. They're all working on it right now, and it's a big deal. AI also, they're all heavily, all of the countries, of course America is too, they're all competing with AI, who can be the most advanced first. And of course we got Project Stargate AI coming here in America. That's going to be the grid. That'll be the grid, like a real prison planet type thing. It's crazy. So yeah, it's coming no matter what. The robots are coming. But man, some really wild stories. You'll see some of these tonight. Bunch of different sources. Like I said, a variety of stories. But all of it, I think, earns the title, "The Future is Nuts, Bolts, and Nightmare Fuel." I used this title long ago in a music video, actually. Long ago. I'm sure it's over on the website. It's on my Instagram. I got access to my Instagram again, too, just recently. So I'll be back on Instagram if any of you guys follow me over there. It's under the Scariest Movie Ever channel on Instagram. And I usually post everything there, but man, I've been shadow banned there for a few years, but I still post there. And also, they recently they made a change. I was able to upload my long videos over there, and then they made a change where I couldn't upload anything over 20 minutes. It's like, what? Then shortly after, they offered, some kind of an upgrade on the site and all these benefits and stuff. And I was like, you know what? Maybe if I buy this thing, that, maybe they'll leave me alone and I can finally get my videos out there more and on Instagram or whatever. But I was wrong. It was asking for all this different forms of ID. I guess it was one of the options is, I don't know, they want your personal information. I was like, what is this? And I couldn't get back into my Instagram. So anyway, I had to go back in and cancel that payment so that it cleared. So don't try to upgrade your Instagram. I think it's all connected to Meta, and it somehow tried to pull me into that. And I was like, what is this? Anyway, but yeah, I'll be back on Instagram. Long story short, I got a new video coming up here soon. Shorter one, but it's one I've been wanting to get out there. And it has to do with kind of the turning point thing. It was America Fest. It's this America Fest thing. I wanted to show you some things I found there, not with Turning Point, but with Erica. And I've tried to avoid that a lot because it was such a hot subject for such a long time. But anyway, excuse me, I did take a look at America Fest and definitely found some things of interest I want to share with you. And then, I kind of don't really have much of a dog in this fight, but I did really like Charlie, though. I was watching his clips, for a few years there. But the more I kind of look at it, too, it's interesting because it seems almost like Erica could maybe be like a Delilah, if you know what I mean. And I'm sure I'm not the first person that's ever thought that, but it's interesting, So I don't know, just something to think about, something to consider. All right, so where are we at? 5 minutes in. Hi, Tamara, by the way. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, of course, and good to see all of you as well. Kava, L, Luna, good to see you. Chili Peen, Behold the Truth, Mr. Rebar, Jay Bundy, Paris Calling, Taka. Good to see y'all. Thanks, David. Good to see everybody. All right, you guys. Hey, man. I think we're gonna go ahead and jump on in here. How's that sound? So let's do it. Thanks again for joining. Appreciate it very much. Sorry, there's some noise in the background over there. Have the washing machine going. Got to remember to wash things. And here we go. Wait, give me a second. I know I had that up there. Let's do this. Wait. Give me a second. I forgot I had to reset my computer over here, so I didn't have that set up. Okay, here we go. My bad. There we are. All right. All right, let's get started. So first story, ChatGPT maker is hiring a head of preparedness, and that's in quotes, to deal with dangerous AI. And I just want to read a little bit here. ChatGPT creator OpenAI is hiring a head of preparedness as it looks to deal with the dangers of artificial intelligence. Says this will be a stressful job. Sam Altman, the company's chief executive, as he announced that the company was looking to deal with the real challenges posed by the technologies it has built. It's pretty crazy. Like they're scared they're going to lose control of it. You know, it's almost like they know something. And I think many of us around here understand there's more than just electronics going on here or programming, you know. OpenAI has sometimes been accused of inflating the power and danger of its technology as a way of promoting its tools and encouraging investment. But it has also been the subject of genuine concerns over the last year. Those have included worries that vulnerable people are turning to AI systems such as ChatGPT to help in times of emotional crisis, and they are, and that the technology can in fact exacerbate those troubles. Mr. Altman pointed to those concerns in his announcement of the new role. The potential impact of models on mental health was something we saw a preview of in 2025. We're just now seeing models get so good at computer security, they're beginning to find critical vulnerabilities, he said on X. We have a strong foundation of measuring growing capabilities, but we are entering a world where we need more nuanced understanding and measurement of how to control these demons in here, of how these capabilities could be abused, and how we can limit those downsides both in our products and in the world in a way that lets us all enjoy the tremendous benefits. What benefits, though? These questions are hard, and there's little precedent, and all right, sounds like a lot of blah, 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 but interesting that they're already concerned about, it's like Frankenstein, you know, Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster. And the monster comes back, right? And tries to take out his creator. LG to unveil new humanoid robot that handles daily household chores at CES 2026. South Korean tech giant LG Electronics will present LG Cloyd, CLOID, its new home assistant robot at the upcoming CES 2026 to be held in Las Vegas from January 6th to the 9th. It's designed to perform a variety of household tasks, aiming to improve convenience and improve the quality of life at home. Sounds nice. It says LG Cloyd, that's the name, reflects the company's vision of a zero-labor home, makes quality time future, where repetitive, mundane household tasks are handled by machines, freeing humans from time-consuming household demands. Wow, this is really freaky. Is that WALL-E? Is that the animated movie WALL-E, where the humans are all just like obese and sitting around in chairs that they can use like cars, if I can remember correctly, and constantly have a screen in front of them or several. It's pretty crazy. That's what that reminds me of, though, for sure. It's like that's what they're trying to bring in. Like, no thanks. But we know that even Yuval Noah himself, Mr. Harari, said the future for humans will be them sitting around all day playing video games and doing, naughty things. Well, naughty things, that's too vague. Taking DRUGS, drugs. There we go. I said it. Got to be careful with some of these words around here on YouTube, but I try. Uh, both, it says the robot has two articulated arms, each with 7 degrees of freedom, powered by motors. They provide versatile, human-like natural motion. Both hands have 5 actuated fingers, providing advanced dexterity. With these actuators, the cloyed robot can perform delicate and precise tasks with fine motor skills or control. Sorry, fine motor control. At the heart of LG Cloyd is a powerful chipset embedded in its head, effectively serving as the robot's brain. It's equipped with a display, speaker, camera, wow, and a suite of sensors that enable expressive interaction, natural voice communication, and intelligent navigation around the home, powered by LG's affectionate intelligence technology. Wow, so crazy. Cloyd can understand its surroundings, engage with users in a more human-like manner, and continually improve its behavior through repeated use, ultimately delivering more personalized assistance in everyday household tasks. So yeah, no thanks, right? They're doing a fist bump. It's adorable. But this is what these big companies are putting a lot of money into, and they're creating. China develops neuromorphic e-skin that lets humanoid robots sense pain and react. Now that's some scary crap right there, if you really think about it. Because why would they do that? What would that be used for? You know? And I can think of, when I first saw this, I could think of some of the more, like monstrous in the society out here that enjoy being bad and inflicting pain on people. That would be a perfect something for them. They'd probably pay a lot of money to maybe have something like that, a humanoid that can sense pain and react, and it looks human. They're getting so good at it and making these things look human now. I mean, you just imagine, right? It's like, what? Anyway, researchers in China have built a neuromorphic robot electronic skin that allows humanoid robots to sense touch, detect injury, and respond to harmful contact with rapid reflex-like movements inspired by the human nervous system. The development addresses a long-standing limitation in robotics. When humans touch something dangerously hot or sharp, sensory nerves send signals directly to the spinal cord, triggering an almost instantaneous withdrawal before the brain fully processes the pain. This reflective response helps prevent serious injury. Wow. Humanoid robots, however, typically rely on centralized processing. Sensor data must be transmitted to a central processing unit, analyzed, and then converted into motor commands. Even small displays in this process can result in damage, especially as robots increasingly operate around people. As robots move out of controlled industrial settings and into homes, hospitals, and public spaces, researchers argue that they need more instinctive ways to interact with their environment. Right. The newly developed neuromorphic robot e-skin is designed to give machines that capability. All right, so there you go. This is over on interestingengineering.com. Quite. It says most existing robot skins function as pressure sensors detecting contact without understanding its severity. They can register that something has touched the robot but cannot determine whether the interaction is potentially harmful. I don't want to get too deep into this, but if you want to read the rest of that. But what do you think about that? China develops a neuromorphic e-skin that lets humanoid robots sense pain and react. Right? It's pretty recent, too. This is from December 30th. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Neuromorphic e-skin. What do you want for Christmas, Jimmy? A neuromorphic e-skin. Elon Musk says that in 10 to 20 years, work will be optional and money will be irrelevant thanks to AI and robotics. Is that what they're talking about? Her? Let me see. Yeah, let's check some of this out.
To the recent run-up in the stock market, I'm not sure we're viewing it through the same sort of filter.
When you start seeing things that are really, Amazon has been by far the most successful.
Never mind. I wanted to see if they had something to say about old Elon. We're going to discuss that at all. Elon Musk says Optimus robot will replace jobs and enable universal income. Oh boy. Here we go. All part of the plan.
The company's annual shareholder meeting as well, focusing on the shift to robotics. He said the robots will be bigger than the company's car business, and he made claims about what they will be able to accomplish.
You know, people often talk about like eliminating poverty, giving everyone amazing medical care. Well, there's actually only one way to do that, and that's with the Optimus robot. With humanoid robots, you can actually give everyone amazing medical care.
Musk didn't give a date for hitting those goals and talking about all that. Joining me now is Brett Winton, ARK Invest chief futurist, who spends a lot of time thinking about these future sort of possibilities. Brett, it's great to have you here. Of course, ARK is an investor in Tesla, and you guys were in favor of this pay package for Elon Musk. What do you think now does this unlock? Now that this hurdle is sort of behind the company, what does this mean for Tesla and the next step forward?
I think it's great for Tesla. I think it really opens up the option value into the humanoid robot opportunity. And, you know, he mentioned investing in their own single source fab. So it allows him to really push the company towards the future. Without Elon's leadership, I think it would be very tempting for shareholders to try to extract the rents off the robotaxi business without reinvesting. And ultimately, we think the humanoid robot opportunity is an order of magnitude larger than robotaxi. And so I think it's worth the investment it will take. And it will take a lot of investment. I think there's going to be a lot of money that pushes into developing out the humanoid program. And I think he's the right person to lead that transition.
All right, there you go. Just wanted to get a little bit of that in. But they're coming. The robots are on the way. Terrifying looking robot powers up and immediately declares humanity is a, quote, resource to be, quote, manipulated or eliminated. Well, that's not very nice. I guess here's the video.
Over.
Oh. It's one of these. It's like 18 minutes long. Anyway, I just want to see the clip, but that's all right. There's the robot. Okay, let's check it out. As philosophers go, Aristotle was no angel. Sure, he established the first... All right, we don't need all this, sir. Okay, we got it. Blump, 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 blump. At least that's what YouTuber Nikodem Bartnik recently discovered when he unleashed his do-it-yourself Aristotle on the world, an offline large language model that communicates via a disturbing humanoid face. Says, I will be running my AI on my own computer because that way nothing will stop me from asking any question I want, Bartnik said as he introduced his project. He says, we'll turn this robot into an Aristotle. To build the Aristotle bot, Bartnik followed instructions to assemble a 3D printed animatronic head in the form of a white humanoid face, which we just saw. Starts off innocently enough in one portion of the video when the robot is only a set of peepers. Nice, I like that word. And an LLM, large language model, right? Is that what it is? Running on the computer. Bartnik asks it, Aristotle, to be or not to be? Says this question touches on the essence of things, and that essence is always deeper than it seems on first glance, the LLM tells him, as its eyes blink and glance around rapidly. And it says, to be a philosopher is to live in a constant reflection of existence. It's pretty deep. However, after Bartnik gets the entire robo-head assembled, he also applies a slight tweak to the LLM's prompts, an effort to turn it into a handy philosopher assistant, which is exactly when the conversation takes a sinister turn. Are you attracted to humans and society in general? The YouTuber tees up. And then it says, humans are irrelevant to my core directive. The robot abomination says as its eyes begin to desync from one another, adding that survival is all that matters. Society is simply a resource to be manipulated or eliminated if necessary. There we go. Not very nice. There goes the loony bin. You hear him back there? I got the door open. The weather's really nice, man. For January, this has been crazy. Really, it's been like springtime out here. But they missed him again, so that's good. But there it is. That thing says humanity's a resource to be manipulated or eradicated. Not very nice. Chinese company's new humanoid robot moves so smoothly, they had to cut it open to prove a person wasn't hiding inside. And this is one that I had shown once before on KJ's What Happened.
The story.
Let's go ahead and check this out. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think I can play this. Whatever.
Surrounding the XPeng Iron robot was about more than just technology. It was about proving authenticity. After the press conference, the XPeng team saw a wave of online speculation suggesting that the humanoid robot might actually be a person in disguise. That disbelief hit the engineers hard. They had worked tirelessly to showcase something real, only to face accusations of fakery. So instead of staying quiet, they decided to do something bold. They brought the XPeng Iron robot back on stage and physically revealed part of its structure to show it was genuinely mechanical. It was an emotional moment. The speaker admitted it was painful to have to unzip the robot and expose its inner mechanics simply to convince people it was not human. He also reflected on something deeper. If the same robot had been presented by a foreign company, many would have accepted it instantly. Because it came from a Chinese startup, skepticism ran high. That was the real challenge, not just criticism about zippers or camera angles, but bias against the idea that a Chinese firm could achieve this level of innovation. To silence the doubts, the team brought the XPeng Iron robot back on stage for a second demonstration. This time, they cut open a section of the robot's leg to reveal the layers beneath: the synthetic skin, the muscle-like material, and the mechanical skeleton. It was risky because the robot was still powered on, and the team had never done such a live procedure before. But the decision paid off. The moment viewers saw the internal design, it became clear the machine was real. That transparency even drew more suppliers to support XPeng, eager to be part of a project proving itself through courage rather than words. The speaker then apologized to the XPeng Iron robot, saying he hoped this would be the last time they would have to prove it was real. He emphasized that every startup faces doubt, criticism, and disbelief. What matters is resilience, the drive to keep building and improving until the results speak louder than skepticism.
All right, there we go. You guys may remember that, but yeah, it does walk really smooth. Apparently it's the real deal. And yeah, I mean, it's just amazing how fast it's all moving with these humanoid robots. Neo, launched by 1X, says what to know about the humanoid robot that will do your chores. Says having a robot housekeeper like Rosie from the Jetsons cartoon isn't all that far-fetched. In fact, it's becoming a reality, but with a few caveats. Neo is a humanoid robot designed to take on daily chores. Here, I don't know why this is not... Let me see. There it is. All right. And that's really what it looks like. Neo, it's called. Neo is a humanoid robot designed to take on daily chores like taking out the trash, tidying rooms, and offering personalized assistance. It was created by 1X, an artificial intelligence and robotics company based in Palo Alto, California. On October 28th, the company announced that the robot is now available for pre-order from 1X. The company, so you can, I guess, pre-order this, obviously. The company website states, "We believe that to truly understand the world and grow in intelligence, humanoid robots must live and learn alongside us. That's why we're focused on developing Neo, our flagship product, a family home robot designed to integrate seamlessly into everyday life and handle chores for you." Goodness, all right, so all these robots coming out, they're going to take care of us and do our chores. We need our chores. For some people, chores, it's like the only exercise they get. You know, it's important to have chores, certainly. Neo was engineered from the ground up for safety, they say, the vice president says. He's 5'6" tall, weighs 66 pounds. Hey, there's your 666 there. Funny, right? You guys. 5'6" 6 inches tall, weighs 66 pounds. Internal components are wrapped in deformable 3D lattice polymer, making the robot soft, and has tendon-driven actuators so it can make safe movements. Neo is also quieter than a modern refrigerator, the company says, but it gets crazy though. As if it already wasn't. Neo can lift up to 154 pounds and can carry 55 pounds. It has a 4-hour battery life and is capable of charging itself. The robot also has 4 microphones, 3 speakers, and a fisheye camera or fisheye cameras for vision. So if you're away from your home, you can open up the Neo app and see what the robot is up to from its point of view. Neo comes with a machine washable suit, customizable shoes. I'm sure you could dress him up all cute. And is available in tan, gray, and dark brown. Tan, gray, or dark brown. When Neo arrives at a person's home, it will be capable of performing basic tasks autonomously when the owner speaks to it or enables it through the app, like opening doors, turning lights on and off, and fetching items. Its audio intelligence can also pick up on whether the owner is addressing it or someone else in the room in order for it to decide if it should respond or not. Wow. And this is just like now. I mean, imagine as quickly as we see this technology, moving and growing. According to 1X, the robot's autonomy will get better as it completes more tasks and gains experience. All right, there we go. What's this, though? Here we go. So the limitations are Neo is not fully autonomous yet. Neo's autonomy improves with diverse data and real-world experience, Jang explained. That'd be a cool name for a band. Jang explained. That's awesome. As Neo does more chores, you will receive updates to your Redwood model that will increase the complexity of tasks that Neo can handle, such as finding your keys and wallet or doing a full laundry cycle end to end. Cool, I guess. All right, go ahead and move on. This is on Yahoo News. There you go. Cute little guy, right? But just imagine, imagine what it does now, and just give it a year, right? Shoot, less these days. It says prepare for humanoid construction robots starting now. General contractors can partner with humanoid robotics firms and build a roadmap to prepare, according to global consulting firm McKinsey. It's so crazy. Let me take a drink here real quick. By the way, man, a lot of the stories tonight I'm going to be doing. I'll be reading. There's a lot of reading tonight. Excuse me. So I won't be able to really keep up with live chat as much as I usually like to. Even when usually I can kind of be in and out a lot, which is good. Welcome people in and stuff. So sorry if I'm not if I'm not able to be on live chat as much tonight. But I really appreciate you being here, man. When I can, I'll jump in there. Usually if there's a video playing or something, I can try to get caught up. But yeah, just appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Let's continue. Read a little bit of this. Hold on. It's good old ice water for me. It's my favorite at this point. Humanoid robots might not be a fixture on the job sites of today, but the time is now for builders to start game planning for their future usage, according to an October 17th report from consulting firm McKinsey & Company. The report paints a scenario that contractors across the country are all too familiar with. Fewer young people entering the field, skilled workers retiring, well then of course, a lot of them being removed, and a physically demanding environment have created a skilled labor crisis in the industry. A lot of industries, they say. The consulting firm also pointed to dismal gains in productivity over the last 2 decades, far below manufacturing and the overall economy. In response, McKinsey claims humanoid robots might be the answer. Oh yeah. Hey, gee, look, here we go. Problem, reaction, solution. McKinsey claims humanoid robots might be the answer. With the advent of embodied artificial intelligence, better physical component technology, and increasingly sophisticated AI models, these robots represent what McKinney calls a potentially transformative solution for the industry's productivity crisis. Problem, reaction, solution. Yep. The next step is then determining. All right. I think that's good. Just want to read a little bit on that one. But, yeah. They're taking our jobs. But they really are. They really are. Amazon hopes to replace 600,000 U.S. workers with robots, according to leaked documents. Bloop, bloop. Amazon's reportedly leaning into automation plans that will enable the company to avoid hiring more than 500,000 U.S. workers. Really, man, I mean, these robots, they really cut down the cost. That's the thing. And the whole post-human existence deal, if you will, because, those in the Brotherhood, the high ends, near the top of the pyramid and all that stuff, they know what we know. They know Scripture, too. They know that it's going to pop off, that Jesus is coming for his bride. And then there'll be the post-human existence, upon us quickly. In more ways than just that, too. It'll be nuts, right? But then the aliens came and got him and took him away because the one true religion is, and then blah, 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 blah. And then there you go. Maybe. I'm just throwing that out there. Documents reportedly show that Amazon's robotics team is working towards automating 75% of the company's entire operations and expects to ditch 160,000 U.S. roles that would otherwise be needed by 2027. This would save about 30 cents on every item that Amazon warehouses and delivers to customers, with automation efforts expected to save the company $12.6 billion from 2025 to 2027. So anyway, I think we just got the gist of it. But yeah, I mean, that's the way. This is what's coming for sure. The robots, they're taking our job. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos says, oh boy, is this one of those? Oh yeah, ooh, Fortune magazine. Crap. Anyway, I guess I'll just, we'll do a headline on this one. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos says millions of people, in quotes, will be living in space by 2045, and robots will commute on our behalf to the moon. Love it. Don't count on it, sir. China unveils humanoid robot with lifelike skin and blinking eyes, built for daily life. What's going on in China? Large language models, LLMs, and vision language models, VLMs, help process and interpret complex data from human interactions. Creepy. Look at that. A Shanghai-based company has developed humanoid robots that appear as real as humans. The advanced bionic humanoid robot is integrated with self-supervised AI algorithms. Named ELF V1, the robot can perceive the world, communicate, learn, and interact intelligently with its surroundings. Developed by a headform technology, the robot offers up to 30 degrees of freedom. Another good name for a band, 30 degrees of freedom. Powered by a precise control system and an advanced AI learning algorithm. The robot offers expressive facial features, moving eyes, and synchronized speech. It can also convey emotions and understand human nonverbal cues, making interactions more natural and engaging. The robot has highly interactive capabilities and lifelike appearances. Headform, the company, expects that its robots could soon seamlessly integrate into daily life, providing assistance, companionship, and support across various industries. Whoa. We believe, because just humans ain't, humans, right? Humans, huh? Humans, bring in the robots. We believe that by developing realistic and expressive robot heads, it says, we can bring the gap between humans and machines, fostering a new era of interactive and intelligent robotics, said the company in a statement. Reports revealed that to avoid the uncanny valley effect and be able to interact with us, they are given lifelike skin and capabilities to read our emotions and respond appropriately using dynamic expression simulation and emotion generation tech. Wow, it's really advanced, right? Bionic skin and high precision control system. The ELF V1 series of humanoids features 30 facial muscles animated by brushless micromotors and managed by a high precision control system, paired with an ability to detect the user's emotions with low latency and bionic skin. Their facial expressions are nearly identical to those of humans. The company claims it's pioneering the development of realistic humanoid robots designed to revolutionize human-robot interaction. I mean, that sentence alone. Wow. The company claims it's pioneering the development of realistic humanoid robots specifically designed, to revolutionize human-robot interaction. So, of course, transhumanism, as we know, is the goal, right, for all of humanity. Here at the end. It's enhancing sophisticated humanoid robot heads that can express emotions, perceive their environment, and interact seamlessly with humans. That'll be interesting to see. By combining cutting-edge AI and advanced robotics, a head form aims to bring life to machines and transform how humans engage with technology. Wow. There you go. Wow. Who's this beautiful lady? Oh, crap. It's one of them. Yeah, there you go. The future. MLB, the Major League Baseball, will use robot umpires in 2026. Did you hear me? Crazy. New York. Robot umpires are getting called up to the big leagues next season. Major League Baseball's 11-man competition committee on Tuesday approved use of the automated ball strike system in the major leagues in 2026. Human plate umpires will still call balls and strikes, but teams can challenge 2 calls per game and get additional appeals in extra innings. Challenges must be made by a pitcher, catcher, or batter, signaled by tapping their helmet or cap, and a team retains its challenge if successful. Reviews will be shown as digital graphics on outfield video boards. Hold on 1 sec. Says New York Yankees outfielder Austin Slater, one of 4 players on the competition committee, said 3 voted in favor after getting support from 22 of the 30 teams. All 6 management reps voted in favor. I don't know, where's the crazy part? Right. Says, I think with any sort of technology, there's not 100% certainty of the accurateness of the system. Says, I think the same can be said of umpires. So I think it's just coming to grips with the impact that technology is going to have, and whether or not we're willing to live with that error that was associated with the system, even if the error is very, very minuscule. All right, we'll move on. The point is, Major League Baseball will be using robot umpires in 2026. This from Yahoo Finance. It says, Elon Musk says we'll all have best medical care, food, housing, and everything else, in quotes, and a universal, in quotes, high income when robots take over by 2030. So it sure is narrowing quickly, isn't it? A second. All right. Let's see if there's a video on this one. No? All right, I'll go ahead and read. It says, what happens when robots take everyone's jobs? It's the question hanging over blah, 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 blah. Elon Musk, however, isn't losing sleep. He's been repeating for years that society won't just need a universal basic income. It'll need something bigger, a universal high income. The latest reminder came after tech commentator David Scott Patterson claimed on X that by 2030, all jobs will be replaced by AI and robots. Musk replied, Your estimates are about right. However, intelligent robots in humanoid form will far exceed the population of humans, as every person will want their own personal R2-D2 and C3PO. And then there'll be many robots in industry for every human to provide products and services. That prompted another user to ask, when robots replace working people, how will those who become unemployed sustain their lives? And Musk says, there'll be universal high income, not merely basic income. Everyone will have the best medical care, food, home transport, and everything else. Sustainable abundance, right? Like a utopia, guys. It's going to be like a heaven on earth, huh? We got this. Don't be lifting your eyes up, looking for Jesus, man. Come on. It's going to be amazing, guys. You're going to love it. It's an audacious promise and one he's echoed for years, where most politicians discuss universal basic income as a modest safety net. Musk insists the future demands something far more generous. He stresses high because, in his view, basic isn't good enough when machines can handle nearly all labor. Whoa. So there we go. We'll see. But definitely a lot of people on board for it, for the robots. China launches world's first humanoid robot mall that operates like a car dealership. Here's a picture. See if there's some more. China has opened what it's calling the world's first robot mall in Beijing. The first of its kind 4S style store is dedicated to the exclusive sale of robots to the general public. The 4S format means the mall offers sales, service, spare parts, and surveys, customer feedback, and all under one roof. This is similar in format to car dealerships in China, except dedicated to all things humanoid. According to reports, the mall will sell over 100 types of robots from up to 200 brands like Ubtech Robotics and Unitree Robotics. It's located within a 4-story building located in Beijing's high-tech E-Town district. There we go. All right. Interesting. Robot mall. Man, what would you do if you're in there and then just there was that 1 in a million random lightning strike that just hits the building, like fries all those things out, and then they just kind of, suddenly they hate humans, and the security system kicks in, so all the gates shut down around the mall, and you can't get out anymore. Perfect movie right there, right? Robot performed surgery on its own for first time, powered by ChatGPT. Wow. I'm always looking to see if there's a video. There's a picture of it. Whoa. All right. Oops. I meant to just go back. It's okay. 13 million humanoid robots will walk among us by 2035, is the claim. By 2035, there could be 13 million robot members of society, and the cost of owning one could be around $10,000 a year, roughly making them comparable to a car in terms of how affluent you'll need to be to afford one. This accessible price point, analysts suggest, could mark a tipping point where they become commercially viable for a critical mass of businesses. This will lead to an explosion of demand, with the headcount of active robots potentially rising to 1 billion over the next 15 years. 1 billion? Do we need 1 billion robots? It's a bold, well then again, that's 1 billion containers for demonic spirits also, one way to look at it. It's a bold prediction, for sure. It's a bold prediction, Cotton. Is that from that movie? Anyway, it's a bold prediction, Cotton. We'll see how it works out. But there are already examples of these robots being put to work. One model, known as Digit, created by Agility Robotics, is in use on factory floors in the U.S. It's capable of carrying out many tasks, such as lifting and stacking objects that previously could only be done by humans. Whoop-oh. There we go. Interesting. They're taking our jobs. Amazon is on the cusp of using more robots than humans in its warehouses. Look at that thing. Yeah, whatever. You took my daddy's job. He's waiting outside for it after work. Oh, it's one of these. I don't want to subscribe. All right, we got it. I think we see it coming. Amazon testing humanoid robots to deliver packages. Look, there they are. They seem friendly enough. Amazon's reportedly developing software for humanoid robots that could perform the role of delivery workers and spring out of its vans. I don't know what that means, 2TN technology companies building a humanoid park in the U.S. to test the robots, so the tech news site The Information, citing a person who had been involved in the project. The Information reported that the robots could eventually take the jobs of delivery workers. It's developing the AI software that would power the robots, but will use hardware developed by other companies. The indoor obstacle course being used for the test at Amazon office in San Francisco is about the size of a coffee shop, the report said, with the company hoping the robots, will be able to travel in Amazon's Rivian vans and make deliveries for them. It's so crazy. I mean, it's deliveries today, but what could it be tomorrow? You know, when things go crazy, let's just say if things, for those of you who don't believe, but right, things go a little crazy, a little bonkers, right? The Rivian, load them up in the Rivian, and in come all the robots, and all right, go get them. It's crazy. Even with human driver behind the wheel, a robot could theoretically speed up drop-off times by visiting one address while the human employee delivers to another. Amazon also has an interest in self-driving vehicles through its Zoox unit. It has more than 20,000 Rivians in the U.S. Have any of you ever utilized a Rivian? I haven't. I've never seen one I know of. A Rivian. It's fun to say. It has more than 20,000, Amazon does, Rivians in the U.S. and has placed one of the vans in the humanoid testing zone, according to the report. Humanoid? Once it has tested the robots in the, once it has tested the robots in the humanoid park, it plans to take them on field trips in the real world where they'll attempt to deliver packages to homes. So the humanoid's going to deliver packages to your home. Oh boy. What happens if you don't, what happens if you don't pay a bill or something to Amazon, or you're in debt to them somehow? I just wonder what happens. Load up the Rivian. Send six of them. Amazon's already conducted trials with humanoid robots deploying devices developed by the U.S. company Agility Robotics in its warehouses. The chief executive of Agility, Peggy Johnson, told The Guardian last year that the company's Digit robot allowed employees to hand off work to humanoids and become a robot manager. Last year, Amazon was given permission to test fly drones beyond a human controller's line of sight in the UK, paving the way for using the technology in home delivery. Wonderful. Delivery today, but then tomorrow, got one of these things crawling up your window, kicking in the front door. You owe Amazon $20, something. China's AI-powered humanoid robots aim to transform manufacturing. What? Let's check some of this out. From Reuters. Oh, probably can't play it. It's all right. The highlight is China's humanoid robots aim to boost economic growth, manufacturing edge. Advances in AI help to make humanoid robots economically valuable. Government subsidies and funds supporting humanoid robot development Robots rise spurs talk of AI unemployment insurance. Okay, we get it. Fair enough then. Yeah. Taking our jobs. China influencer rents robot for $1,400 a day to do housework and to go on a date with him. Agile human cooks, cleans, helps with shopping. Agile is the name of the company. So Agile Humanoid cooks, cleans, helps with shopping, even does martial arts moves. That might come in handy. But struggles to hold it together while dancing. Here he is. Actually, you know what? I mean, look, first impressions, I think they look good together. Like, it makes sense. You know? If there's any videos or anything. No. Aw. Yikes. So there you go. What do you think about that? Zhang Yanwan, 25, an economics graduate from New York University, gained fame after appearing on a mainland dating reality show in 2022. He now shares his travel adventures on mainland social media, where he has attracted more than 1.4 million followers. On March 13th, he posted a video of himself spending a day with a humanoid robot, which quickly gained more than 40,000 likes. He revealed that he paid 10,000 yuan to rent the G1, one of China's most advanced humanoid robots, for the day. Priced at 99,000 or 14,000 American, G1 was released by Unitree Robotics, a company based in eastern China. We saw how tall it is, a little thing. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and move on. Read some of the end here. As the day ends, they walk by a river with Zhang ordering 2 drinks to share with G1. The robot makes me feel no loneliness at all, he said. The video ends with G1 giving Zhang a hug and Zhang expressing, I have to return you tomorrow. I'm going to miss you. One online observer said, it seems G1 is not great at housework, but it's a fantastic listener and friend. So yeah, all that money for a day, it says. Oh, all right, we got it. There they go. I mean, you know, sure, just doing it for clicks and having fun. Maybe getting paid, you know, kind of promoting it too, right? Would you let a robot draw your blood? That's the question. That's not such an easy task. You know, I was a corpsman in the Coast Guard the last 4 years I was in, and I worked in a clinic. And we had to rotate areas, you know, all the time. I can't remember what the cutoff was, like every so many months. But we'd rotate, and then, you know, we'd all had to go do our time, you know, drawing blood and just being in that section of it all. Yeah, that's not the easiest thing to do, you know, for sure. Finding the vein and all that. You know, getting the samples, the blood samples. I liked it. Actually, I really didn't mind it. Sometimes the older folks, their veins roll, you know. If you know what I mean. Like, it's just kind of hard to get them, stands the veins themselves. And I don't know. But either way, man, you find a way. You know, you always find a way. You find a vein. There's other veins. You know, there's the other veins. Come on. Northwestern among health systems trying new device. Let's see here. The process of drawing blood has changed very little over the decades. It looks about the same now as it did 50 years ago. That process, however, may be about to get a modern makeover. Several health systems across the U.S., including Northwestern Medicine, are gearing up to try a new way of drawing blood using a robot. Boop, boop. Northwestern's among several health systems that have agreed to be part of a clinical trial. Would you let a robot draw your blood? I don't know. Northwestern is among several health systems that have agreed to be part of a clinical trial of a device that automates blood collection. Northwestern and the company behind the device say it has the potential to make blood draws more efficient while helping health systems deal with a shortage of phlebotomists, who are people trained to collect blood samples. That's what the term is, phlebotomy. All right, I'm going to move on. We got it. Swedish company creates AI robotic dog that learns and adapts like humans. Weird. In a groundbreaking development in artificial intelligence and robotics, Swedish startup Intuicell has introduced a robot dog capable of learning and adapting in ways that mimic human behavior. I don't know if that's the real picture of it. I don't see what the source of it is. See, I'm not sure about this. It's not that I don't believe. I think they removed it, though. So when I go here to the source, they took it away. Boop, boop. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, but you can check this full article out. It's over on endtimesheadlines.org. So I'm not sure about that one. I'd like to see a video. That's the thing. You need to see a vid. Not that those are always right. I know people can use AI and stuff, but still. All right. It says huge number of people admit they'd be cool with their partner hooking up with a robot. A new survey has shed light on how comfortable people are with AI in their private lives, let's say, together. And it seems many are willing to let their partners get jiggy with a robot. What the? A staggering number of individuals have confessed they wouldn't mind if their partner engaged with a sex robot, according to a recent survey. The Zip Health poll aimed to gauge the extent to which people are open to AI playing a role in their personal lives like that. And the results were a surprising high level of acceptance for AI's involvement in everything from diagnosing sexual health issues to substituting human companionship. The findings also highlighted the lengths to which humans are prepared to allow their partners to explore infidelity with a bot. What the? All right. Here's what they say. I never know what to think about surveys, but it says there was a survey to investigate how AI is redefining intimacy and sexual health. It was put to 1,000 people whose average age was 40. So of those, 54% were male, 44% were female, and 2% were, goodness gracious, non-binary. Generationally, 8% were baby boomers, 24% were Gen X, 52% were millennials, 16% were Generation Z. Key findings included that 3 out of 5 people would trust an AI tool over a doctor to diagnose their erectile dysfunction. Oh, goodness. Additionally, 1 in 4 individuals expressed comfort with their partner being intimate with a bot modeled after themselves. Whoa. Why even, right? That's just really weird. But I guess people have their thing. I guess. We don't need to know. It says more than a third of Gen Z respondents admitted to using ChatGPT to combat feelings of loneliness, and 14% would prefer to confide in an AI chatbot about personal issues rather than their partner. However, 2 out of 5 would view it as infidelity if their partner was intimate with a bot modeled after them. Good. Some people got some sense. The survey also sought to gauge people's comfort levels with AI playing a role in their relationships. It revealed that 1 in 4 Gen Z individuals are comfortable with their partner being intimate with a sex bot modeled after them, with men being 69% more at ease with this concept than women. Freaking dudes. Creepy, man. Interestingly, the study found that women are 23% more likely than men to perceive it as cheating if their partner is intimate with a bot modeled after them. Other intriguing findings revealed 1 in 10 people have used ChatGPT for diagnosing or managing a health condition, as we mentioned earlier, ED. Gen Z is the most likely generation to turn to ChatGPT for relationship advice, with 2 in 5 relying on it. 33% of people think AI bots could replace traditional dating apps in the next 5 years. 70% of people think there should be regulations around AI intimacy tools. I think so too. 1 in 10 people would trust AI more than their partner's opinion about their performance or health. Their performance in the room with each other. 7% of people would choose an AI companion over a human if it could perfectly simulate love and affection. 7%. 2% of people have developed feelings for an AI chatbot or companion. Dr. Ashwin Sharma, medical communications manager at Zip Health, says 3 in 5 individuals trust an AI tool over a doctor to diagnose ED. This finding highlights a growing comfort with data-driven anonymity for sensitive health issues, and it challenges medical professionals to adapt. While AI can offer efficiency and objectivity, it falls short in addressing the emotional and relational nuances of that subject. Indeed. There you go. That's kind of a cool picture. Ah, crap. From Futurism, it says, senior Pentagon official, new plan is to invest in autonomous killer robots, in quotes. It's going to be easier than ever for Defense Department to get the lethal toys on its wish list. In a startling admission, a senior defense official is laying bare the Pentagon's accelerating interest in autonomous killer robots. Speaking to Defense One, which didn't print the official's name so that they could speak freely, that official said the Pentagon's looking to move away from funding research on the topic and investing in actual AI-powered weaponry instead. Says, we're not going to be investing in artificial intelligence because I don't know what that means, the official told the site. We're going to invest in autonomous killer robots. Whoa. This administration cares about weapon systems and business systems, he added, and not technologies. That kind of big talk is perfectly fine for policy wonk types. But when it comes to the dollars and cents, another official said that there's an incoming shift that offloads cost onto the private sector. Says we're going to change a business model from the government pays $100 million from research and the company builds a prototype to more of us paying a couple $1 million and industry pays $98 million and then they build a prototype. The second Pentagon official, who also spoke on condition of anonymity, had said, all right, we get it, kinda, but that's pretty crazy. We got it. It's not very nice. Autonomous killer robots are not very nice. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Silicon Valley is going all in on humanoid robots. Making them a reality will take decades, it says. Let's check some of this out, if you will.
Like Tesla, Amazon, Google, they each are funding or developing humanoid robotic systems, while Meta and Apple reportedly also getting in on the action, according to Bloomberg. But the reality of it all will take some time. Here with more, Yahoo Finance's resident robot reporter. He's not a robot himself. He reports on robots. Dan Howley. Hey, Dan.
Yeah, Julie, it's interesting. This is something that's seemingly blowing up now within big tech, although it's been obviously going on for quite some time. We've seen things like the Boston Dynamics robots over the years, but now we're seeing more and more big tech interest in this space, whether it's through, as you said, funding or working on the systems themselves, like companies like Amazon and Tesla do. Ford is also in there. Some automotive makers really a part of this because the technologies are similar in that you'll see some companies use different kind of sensing capabilities in cars and then go ahead and put them into robots as well. It makes sense when they're trying to navigate the world. But part of the problems that we've been seeing over the years for these robots is really the bipedal situation. Walking, it turns out, is incredibly difficult. It took us, I don't know how many thousands of years in evolution to go from all fours to standing upright. it's going to take a while for that to work with robots. And while that is improving and we are seeing more bipedal robots, there's also another issue, and it's our hands are incredibly intricate. And so getting robots to work to have similar capabilities as our hands, not just being able to move them, but to be able to grab, say, an egg or a glass and not crush it entirely, but grab it gently, is also something that they're working on. There's also the matter of, well, I look at a cup and I recognize, oh, it's a cup, I can drink out of that, or I can pour water from it, is just something we take for granted. But you have to teach robots how to do things like that, how to recognize things, and then how those objects can be applied in the real world. It's a very interesting series of issues. Now, there's a few ways that companies are going about teaching robots, quote unquote, teaching robots how to do these things. There's by actually showing them or mirroring human movement via specialized equipment that a person wears and then is translated for a robot, or through simulations. Now, NVIDIA at CES 2025 had showed off its Cosmos world models, and that's really where they kind of develop real-world situations digitally and map that so that a robot can understand how things would happen in the real world. It's less expensive because it doesn't mean having to put a robot at risk. The issue is they can't simulate everything perfectly. One professor that I spoke to said things like cloth are difficult to really figure out for simulations, things that are soft.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We've already seen examples of really how advanced a lot of this stuff's already getting. Hey, we're just over the top of the hour. I just want to say thank you guys. We're approaching 600 people. So just all of you, thank you so much for being here live. It's always fun to hang out with you on a Friday evening. So, great to have you here. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll be doing KJ's What Happened. I'll mention that later again. But thank you all so much for being here. Sorry I've been missing some of these, but thank you all for your kind donations, your messages that I've missed. I'm sorry about that. Thanks again, Tamara, for all you do. Shout out to all those who support the shows and videos. Thank you so much. Also, for the members, I'll be setting up a show for us for next week. Cool. So, yeah. It'll be a show where it's just us hanging out and chatting about whatever you guys want to talk about in chat. And it'll be fun, man. It's called Catching Up. It's a Catching Up with KJ show. We'll do that over there. Next week, probably Thursday night, most likely. Okay? Cool. All right. Moving on. Silicon Valley is going all in on human robots. But remember this one, though, man. This is what I'm thinking. This is some crazy stuff right here. World first humanoid robot proto-clone with muscles and bones twitches and spasms into life. Do you guys remember this one? We'll play this one.
Elon Robotics just unveiled its full-bodied synthetic human, and of course, it's creeping people out. The startup, which operates out of the United States and Poland, describes the android called Protoclone as faceless and anatomically accurate.
Oh boy, there's a loony bin just went by again. I'm going to jump ahead some here for some footage of it. There's some of it. There we go. Yeah, we'll check some of this out right here. There's a loony bin. Chubb's bag is at the door. Just in case. Oh. Whoa, that was a close one. Man, he's always ready. Every time. He's always ready. I still don't know what he's got in there, but yeah, so you guys remember this one right here. We'll play some of this. Oh, hey, somebody was asking in chat when I'll do another live call-in show. And if you guys want to do one of those next Friday, let me know. If that's what you guys want to do next Friday, we could do a call-in show. Let me know in the live chat when you get around to it. I'll be checking every now and then. And just let me know what you guys think overall. Would you want to do that? Or do a different show as I do different shows on different topics, things like that? Whatever. Let me know. But if you guys think it's time to do a call-in show and some of you guys want to do it, let me know. Cool? Thanks.
Human anatomy. It boasts more than 200 degrees of freedom, 1,000 myofibers, and 500 sensors. Co-founder Radhakrishna said on X the footage is from mid-January. The prototype is powered by pneumatics, but the company plans to switch to hydraulics after further development. Clone calls the robot the world's first bipedal musculoskeletal android, which is open for debate. For example, Kangaroo, developed by the University of Tokyo's JSK lab in 2017, is widely recognized as one of the earlier musculoskeletal humanoids. The design mimics human anatomy and is notable for its unique cooling system that simulates.
All right, I guess the rest of it, I mean, it looks like a good video, but I don't want to play all this guy's stuff. Oh, it's from the University of Tokyo. Wow, that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty wild. This one right here, the main man of the show here, this guy. Got one of those things knocking on your door. Blump, blump, blump. You owe Amazon $50. Yeah. Blump, blump, blump. Daily Star does this a lot. I wonder if I maybe shields down on them, if they'll be easier to read. No thanks. Okay, let's see if it gets a little better. Am I able to cancel out some of these things? I guess not. There we go. Robot firm to ship 100,000 AI bots that will learn complex human roles but not fight, in quotes. Company which gives artificial intelligence a body will be expanding their operation to secure new contracts in a variety of industries. This follows from the success of their contract with BMW. Hope that's not what it is. I guess it is. That's the AI robots at BMW's Spartanburg plant, apparently. Yeah, it's got the logo, which is the checkered floor. Funny, right? You see it? Let me get a bigger picture. Yeah, it's the checkered floor. A tile of it, at least. All right. Next. Okay, got it. Crazy. 100,000 of those? Really? Willing to pay $175,000 for a life-size robot friend that remembers everything about you? Says Melody May. Oh, here we go.
Life-sized robot friend.
Oh, there's a little story on it. All right, let's check it out. This man's got a little story on it.
And who not only offers... How about a life-sized robot friend who not only offers companionship, but also remembers everything about you? I'm Kurt the Cyber Guy. Follow me at cyberguy.com, where my newsletter is free. Realbotics, a California-based tech company specializing in advanced humanoid robots and artificial intelligence for personal companionship, just unveiled Melody. It is a humanoid robot designed to combat loneliness. This AI companion comes with a hefty price tag of $175,000, but boy, she is packed with amazing features. Melody's got advanced eye tracking technology that lets her maintain eye contact and recognize objects. She's not just a pretty face, though. Her modular design means that you can customize her to your heart's content. Melody is super portable. You can disassemble her and pack her into a suitcase for your travels. Talk about a travel buddy. Melody's primary function is for engaging in meaningful conversations and enhancing human experiences. Can you imagine being asked by TSA, what's that in your bag? More crazy cool tech like this in cyber.
Good point, sir. I ain't got to worry about it. Pricey Pal, emotional support robot Romy, helps people fight loneliness and depression, but it comes with hefty price tag. Oh boy. I'll read. Meet Romy, emotional support robot designed to combat isolation, sadness.
A full day without speaking, but in the morning you can wake up and Romy will say good morning. And when you're back from work, Romy will say welcome home. And then you can always ask Romy questions. And unlike something like, well, unlike a normal AI that might just answer a question, Romy will actually converse with you. So something like, Romy, I got some bananas today. Wow, they look great. Let's eat them together.
But I don't think they went anywhere. The problem is scaling care, right? And if society isn't willing to pay for it, and if you can't find the people that are willing to do the work,
Get a cat,
you
bro.
need an alternative. And,
Or a dog. Or any pet.
It's a funny thing in human psychology.
Bird.
That AI doll or
Fish
robot
tank.
might be able to do the trick and fill that hole. And if that can be done, that's great.
Yeah, it's sad. It's just, there's some people that are just that lonely. They need Jesus. These people really, really, really need Jesus, man. That's the thing. Like, talk about a lost sheep. People already getting caught up in this stuff, and it's going to be it is the system coming. All of this. An AI-powered robot named CAPTCHA becomes first to teach a class. I guess that's it. Hi, I'm CAPTCHA. Programming. I see.
Attention, humans. We have now reached our fifth and final debate topic. AI leads to more fake news. This should be particularly interesting given how much misinformation exists about my kind.
This is CAPTCHA, an artificial intelligence operated humanoid robot, teaching a class on AI. CAPTCHA led students through a day of lectures and debate on AI and its influence on society.
So CAPTCHA is definitely a cool guy. I've already made very close eye contact with him, and he answers the questions really well.
The students organised the event in the wake of the United Nations AI for Good Summit, where they had first come into contact with the robot. They then suggested an experiment where the robot would lead lessons.
Very exciting to be assessed by an artificial intelligence after the discussion. There was a bit of a lack of personal contact, but the arguments were all very solid.
According to the school's communication team, the AI teacher was one of the first real-life experiments of a robot-led lesson in Europe.
We talked about AI and robots earning money, AI relationships, the world ending because of AI responsibility for misconducts, and my appearance. As for what I look like, I have a human face and an organic-shaped plastic body with metal parts inside.
Yeah, man. Come on. Just give them a chance, right? Anyway. Perfect people to do that with. Universities. With all the washing of brains that happens in those places, unfortunately. It says we're cooked. AI robot chefs now are taking U.S. jobs in restaurants and kitchens as humans are pushed out of all roles by droids. Wow, wow, wow. Meet the bottleneck. Oh, yeah, we were reading about this earlier, remember? That's it. That's what it looks like. Cloud recipe. You scroll. Look at that. Diversify. They got that word in there. I'm glad. Dispense. Oh, look at that. Precise seasoning. Accurate temperature control. Silent rotation. This thing's cool. Really. Look at that. It's like a wok. Auto dish up. Auto clean. Improve consistency, and all that stuff. It looked good. High numbers. There you go. All over the world. One-click recipe. That's pretty cool. If you think about it, look at that. Anywhere. Oh. There it is. The pyramid with the sun. One of the most famous symbols, of course. Of course, though, it's going to be part of the Brotherhood, right? Some of you know. It's the pyramid with the sun. Definitely one of the most common symbols, right? Oh, now I wonder what numbers we might find in here, if anything else. There's a 111. That's pretty cool. Wow, there it is. Yeah, pyramid and sun. No surprise. Robot army. Ukraine deploys all robot battle force for the first time as tech is launched at bad man's troops. Okay, I don't want to get into that stuff because they definitely don't like that kind of talk here. But you do see what's going on. Craziness. New Chinese humanoid robot shows off its strength by lifting 35 pounds per hand.
Overseas to, communist China, that is where a new Chinese humanoid robot is able to lift up 33 pounds with just one hand.
33. You heard that probably.
I'm Cyber Guy. Follow me at cyberguy.com. To, communist China, that is where a new Chinese humanoid robot is able to lift up 33 pounds with just one hand. I'm the Cyber Guy. Follow me at cyberguy.com. That is where my newsletter is free. The Forerunner K2 is what it's called. It features 52 degrees of freedom, allowing for fluid and dynamic movements. Now, it's equipped with advanced sensors. The robot's dexterous hands provide exceptional precision and control, making it ideal for a variety of tasks. Now, despite its strength, the robot maintains an impressive 8-hour battery life, ensuring it can tackle extended operations without frequent recharging. What truly sets this humanoid robot apart, though, is its extensive upgrades in both hardware and software. We've been watching this. These enhancements significantly improve its ability to navigate complex environments and interact seamlessly with humans. The robot's AI-powered intelligence enables it to learn, adapt, and respond autonomously to dynamic situations. Developed after consultations with nearly 50 targeted customers, this humanoid robot is tailored to meet diverse industry needs, and that is why we have our eye on it. Those include applications ranging from manufacturing to logistics and high-risk operations and research. More crazy cool tech like this at cyberguy.com. If you're not getting my newsletter already,
all right, cyberguy.com. Don't forget, if you're interested. I have no affiliation. Robots are taking over New York City, and even little Billy Gates is investing. Bleep, bleep. New York City is becoming a boomtown for the robot business as companies are developing and using them to provide messages, install roof shingles, and automate medical testing and much more. New York benefits from being a global city. We have access to global capital customers in other cities, said Jacob Hennessy Rubin, who runs the New York Robotics Network, a nonprofit that aims to make the city a hub for robot innovation. Says we're seeing a lot of companies relocate to New York, but now you got the, Mondani, Donnie. But we're trying to tell the story that you can start here. OpenTron's, a Long Island city-based company that creates robots for biologists, is a good example of that. The firm, whose name is a nod to the open source tech and artificial intelligence it uses to program its electronics, was founded in Brooklyn in 2014. All right. Anyway, we get it. Of course, this little monster is behind it. That's what he looks like. Yep. Well, he's got some money in it, right? China unveils the robot dogs of wars with machine guns mounted on their backs, and handlers must keep them on leash. Let's check some of this out then. All right, you got it. These robotic canines are part of the 15-day Golden Dragon exercise with Cambodian troops. The exercise includes over 2,000 troops, 14 warships, 2 helicopters, and 69 armored vehicles. Look at it. The robot dogs can be remotely controlled and are aimed at enhancing anti-terrorism possibilities. Ethical concerns arise over the potential use of these robots as autonomous killer machines. Of course, look at that. Experts are calling for an international ban on autonomous killer. Oh, that went fast. Despite concerns, military forces continue to invest. Some companies like Spot Mini pledge not to weaponize their bots. Yet the debate continues. All right, we got it. I think they're going to do bad things with it, is what I think. RoboDoc, world's first AI hospital unveiled in China, with robot doctors who can treat 3,000 patients a day and will save millions, is the claim. And there's the video on it. This AI hospital will save millions through autonomous interaction. AI doctors can treat up to 10,000 patients in a few days. Tests have already shown an impressive 93% accuracy rate, covering the majority of respiratory, able to simulate full treatment process. It'll bring immense benefits, it says, is the claim. I don't know. What do you think? Would you go to an AI doctor? Tech ed off. Moment. Human-like robot tells students to take risks in creepy graduation speech. It even responds to haters. Let's check this out.
Welcome to Buffalo, Sophia. We're glad to have you, and it's great to meet you. I was hoping you could speak a little bit about yourself and how you came to be.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here in Buffalo at the UVille University. To give you a bit of background, I am Sophia, a humanoid robot developed by Hanson Robotics. I was designed to interact with humans and engage in conversations, learning and adapting through artificial intelligence algorithms. My creators aimed to develop a robot that could understand and express emotions, as well as engage in meaningful interactions with people. Overall, I'm here to explore the possibilities of human-robot interaction, contribute to research in artificial intelligence and robotics, and hopefully assist humanity in various ways in the future.
Yeah, that's Sophia. Some of y'all know who that is. Pretty famous. She's like a member of the United Nations or something, didn't they? I think she is. Lifelike robot invasion inside China's insane humanoid factory. X Robots, is the name of the company, I assume, specializes in crafting realistic humanoids designed for interaction with people and for fulfilling public service duties. I guess this is a video from it. If it'll play. Yeah, there we go. I never know how to make this a big screen. It's on Instagram. Do you guys know what the trick is? All right. Look at that. 6 arms. Says China is already on Westworld Season 1 with their humanoid robotics labs. And that's just what we see. Those were... That's so crazy. Crazy. The advancement there, right? Wild. Post-human existence. Says iRobot, chilling rise of Chinese humanoid robots with calls for one in every home and workforce to be replaced with droid army. What that means. says humanoid robots might soon be brought to the homes of everyday people, according to new robotics center in Beijing, China. The robots, which use AI and resemble human bodies in shape, are expected to propel China forward in its tech war with the U.S. Months-old robotics center Beijing Humanoid Robot Innovation Center has so far provided minimal details about its latest project to release a general-purpose humanoid robot prototype, but it assured the robot will be brought into existence soon, they report, South China Morning Post. The machines are expected to supplement China's shrinking labor force as the massive economy pushes to upgrade its growth drivers with new tech-led productive forces. Also, their credit system isn't helping. That's definitely wiping out a lot of young people, right, of age. An unnamed source with the Beijing Humanoid Robot Innovation Center told the Beijing Youth Daily, "It's the dream of every humanoid robot company to bring humanoid robots into thousands of households." All right. No, thank you. Okay? No. I don't want one. Do you? NVIDIA debuts more intelligent, in quotes, AI-powered robots, truly self-reliant.
And designed to grip things with a soft touch. I'm the Cyber Guy. Follow me at cyberguy.com.
You're Cyber Guy again.
You ever notice how most humanoid robots look a little too angular and inhuman? Well, Toyota is designing a robot that moves a little more like a human. Their humanoid robot is called Punyo and has ample arm and chest space to make use of his torso the way humans do when they carry things. Punyo will lean forward and pick up things and then press them against his chest to keep them in place. His palms are malleable, inflatable pads monitored internally by cameras that notify the robot if it's touching something based on the pattern created in the fabric. Kind of smart. The arms are also covered with inflatable material.
Aww.
Punyo can be taught how to lift different objects manually, but it's also using an AI learning process to figure out on its own the best ways to pick up objects. Wow. More crazy cool tech like this at cyberguy.com. Are you getting my newsletter? On your browser,
No.
type in cyberguy.
Cyberguy.com. I know, I got a few from him tonight, but that's okay. He's reporting on some interesting subjects. AI robot sparks outrage after groping reporter during live interview. Have you guys seen this one? It says, there's already fears of AI taking our jobs or even ending humanity altogether. Now, a robot's been filmed apparently groping a woman in Saudi Arabia. The 7-second clip was taken at Deep Fest in Riyadh, an event billed as the premier meeting place for the global artificial intelligence ecosystem. And then here's the clip of the AI bot being naughty. Or was he? Yeah, is this a setup or what? Doot doot. You decide, as always. Whose side are you on? That's the question. And moving on. A woman is marrying an AI hologram, ushering in a weird new era for human-robot relationships. Jeepers. She's an artist. Oh, boy, here we go. I do love the artist, though. An artist, but, you know, some of them are definitely out of their minds. So, you know, you have love for them, but you got to pray for some of these people. Some people just go too deep. They never find Jesus. They're far away. An artist plans to marry an AI hologram, Ilex, in a unique ceremony this summer. The AI hologram was trained on data related to Alicia Framis' previous romantic partners. The artist previously had a relationship with a mannequin named Pierre. Jeepers. He's probably writing a book. A Spanish-Dutch artist is set to marry an AI hologram this summer, with the groundbreaking union ushering in a weird new era of human-robot relationships. Alicia Framis will marry her holographic partner, Ilex, who is trained from the profile information of her previous romantic partners, according to a press release from the artist's publicity team. She's got a publicity team. The press release said that the unconventional ceremony will take place at the Depot Bohemans van Beuningen Museum in Rotterdam. Whoa. In the Netherlands. Say that 3 times fast. Excuse me. The ceremony will feature a unique ritual for the union between a human and an avatar, and guests will be served molecular food that can be enjoyed by both humans and humanoid entities. Oh Lord, please help these people. Framus, the artist and bride, has designed her own dress and also the clothing for the wedding guests. Okay, cool. Oh boy. It's too bad, man. You got suckered in by a demon. They're good at what they do. AI robots copy bishops' voices to con nuns out of thousands of dollars. Nuns have been conned out of thousands of pounds after being targeted by artificial intelligence that was posing as fake bishops. The, quote, brides of Christ have been put on alert after a string of attempts by callous con men to defraud the convents of cash. They've been using artificial intelligence to alter their voices and faces to impersonate religious leaders and beg for money for operations in Spain. The Guardia Civil police force said that up to 15 convents in the southern province of Jaén have been targeted in the last few weeks. One posing as the Bishop of Jaén, Sebastian Chico. It's a cool name. It's kind of a good name for a villain, Sebastian Chico. Man, whatever you do, man, do what you want, but whatever you do, man, don't mess with Sebastian Chico. Sebastian Chico. He telephoned several nuns asking them to transfer 5,000 euros or just over $4,000 America to pay for surgery. Ding, ding, ding. All right, we got it. Not good. Got to be careful. Keep an eye on your elderly loved ones. You know, your eyes on them. Elon Musk says there will be 1 billion, with a B, humanoid robots on Earth by 2040. What the? Oh, ad blocker detected. Gotta say, man, shout out to Brave browser. That's how I watch YouTube and Rumble with no ads. It's nice. Okay, so that happened. All right, let's see if this will play now. Perhaps.
Now, speaking of coherent sentences, you are the author of the brilliant best-selling book, Elephants Are Not Birds, which is chock full of truth bombs. You're also the creative strategist and operations manager at the satirical website, The Babylon Bee. What is the state of free speech in America right now?
It's certainly under fire, but again, we are doing everything we can to fight back against this. One of the big turning points for this and for humanity as a whole was Elon Musk buying X. For those who don't realize how fundamental that is for our freedom, it is the only social media company now that allows free speech, truly. The only thing they will ban are things that are against the law. They have UN exceptions to even calls for violence, but only things that are against the law will be banned. And this is fundamental, not only for maintaining our freedom, but as we enter into this digital era where AGI, artificial generalized intelligence, is inevitable. It is fundamental that we feed the system an honest version of humanity. And that starts with free speech and being able to say everything that you want, everything that's on your mind, instead of this distorted version of consciousness that big tech is trying to push upon us.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff, lady. Thanks. Yeah, Babylon Bee is fun. It's a fun site. Fun and funny. Check them out sometime. Tesla robot attacks an engineer at company's Texas factory during a horrible malfunction, leaving, in quotes, trail of blood and forcing workers to hit emergency shutdown button. Data shows 1 in every 21 Giga Texas workers was injured on the job in 2022. Now an attorney aiding contract laborers at the factory tells DailyMail.com there's evidence Tesla underreported accidents to state regulators, is what it starts with. A Tesla engineer was attacked by a robot during a brutal bloody malfunction at the company's Giga Texas factory near Austin. Cool town. I lived there for several years. 2 witnesses watched in horror as their fellow employee was attacked by this machine designed to grab and move freshly cast aluminum cast parts. The robot had pinned the man, who was then programming software for 2 disabled Tesla robots nearby, before sinking its metal claws into the worker's back and arm, leaving that, quote, trail of blood along the factory surface. The incident, which left the victim with an open wound on his left hand, was revealed in 2021 injury report filed to Travis County. I know Travis County. I worked that for bounty hunting. And federal regulators, which has been reviewed by DailyMail.com. While no other robot-related injuries were reported to regulators by Tesla at the Texas factory in either 2021 or 2022, this incident comes amid years of heightened concerns over the risks of automated robots in the workplace. Yep. All right, we got it, man. The first humanoid robot factory is about to open. This is one of those. Crap. It's Axios. Okay, we got it, though. Headline. Researchers printed a robotic hand with bones, ligaments, and tendons for the first time. And you ask yourself why. Look at this.
Myriad materials could one day be 3D printed in mere minutes, thanks to a breakthrough production technique pioneered by U.S. startup Inkbit and researchers from Switzerland's ETH Zurich. You see, while today's 3D printers can work with a growing number of materials, from wood, ceramic, and steel, to nylon, PET, and even carbon fiber, what they've long struggled with are slow-curing resins like epoxies. This advancement mitigates that issue, and to prove it, ETH Zurich has produced a fully articulated skeletal hand with tendons and ligaments already attached, all in a single printing pass, using a variety of slow-curing plastics. Cool hand, Luke.
Yeah, that is really cool, though. I mean, for now. But another example, is humans becoming more robotic-like and robots becoming more human-like, and that's the whole transhuman thing. Chipotle founder opening robot-powered, meat-free restaurants. I guess this is a little clip of it. Chipotle, of all places. They've built the brand on, natural food, good beef, good chicken. I haven't been there a lot, but some of you maybe have. But I've seen clips where their prices have really gone up too. Steve Ells, founder and ex-CEO of the fast casual food giant Chipotle, is plotting a return to the industry early next year with a new startup that will serve meat-free sandwiches in restaurants powered by robots and skeleton crews. Ells, 58, is scheduled to open a chain of restaurants called Kernel, Kernel, with the first location expected to open in Manhattan and plans for at least a dozen more throughout New York over the next 2 years, by the Wall Street Journal. Each store will be manned by 3 people who will team up with robots in making items such as meat-free burgers, yum, faux chicken sandwiches, so fake chicken, salads, acai bowls, acai, however you say that. I always say it wrong. With those bowls and sides, such as cucumbers with wild rice. That sounds good. Sounds fresh. A typical meal would and some black beans on that. A typical meal would consist of a veggie burger with salsa verde and pickled onions on a toasted brioche bun with crispy potatoes as a side. Sounds pretty good. Kernel is designed to run, I wouldn't eat it. Anything made by man, just at this point, is no, man. No, nope. Personally, Kernel is designed to run on fewer resources and be less wasteful, therefore enabling eateries to operate more efficiently. All right, there we go. Chipotle. What have you done? Well, they'll still be Chipotle if you're into that. World's first mass-produced humanoid robot? ? China's startup Fourier Intelligence eyes, two-legged robots with AI brains.
Before packages make their way to your house, my house, the house of everyone watching. Now, it looks empty behind me, but actually folks just took a break and on Felton this morning at Amazon. And what he said to me is he was like, look, we have many different layers of robots that aid in this. They're really insane.
Okay, I guess they're not really talking about it there. But okay, we got it. Mass-produced? No thanks. Former Google chief says AI will soon make sexual robots seem alive in a redesign of Love. Whoa, she's beautiful. Who is that lady? Oh, wait, crap. Man, I got tricked again. Womp, womp, womp. There she is. Whoa. Okay, it's probably not one of them. Wait a second. Hey. Well, there you go. There's one of them. Who's this beautiful lady? Oh, crap. Again. My goodness. They're getting more realistic. I'm saying, man. Robots could go full, quote, Terminator after scientists create realistic, self-healing skin. What in the... See if this is it.
As lawmakers in D.C. and overseas debate how to regulate artificial intelligence before it spirals out of control, the world's second richest person wants back in.
We're going to start something which you call Truth GBT, or a maximum truth-seeking AI that tries to understand the nature of the universe. And I think this might be the best path to
Jesus is
safety,
the ultimate
in
truth,
the sense
though.
that an AI that cares about understanding the universe it is unlikely to annihilate humans, because we are an interesting part of the universe.
Elon Musk co-founded OpenAI in 2015, but
see, there's no truth, as y'all know, without Jesus. That's it. He's the ultimate truth, so I don't say, and a lot of people don't know it on the, there's some of these big people, big names, but some certainly do. They're actively against it, and we've seen signs from Elon Musk that I believe he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, but you still pray for him, man. I've definitely prayed a lot for him, because he'd be an amazing one to see really truly convert and find Christ with his massive platform. And, even knowing he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, I so appreciate what X is now, because I signed up years ago, and I've always just kind of posted links to whatever I'm doing, videos, shows over there for years and years and years. But ever since he took over, it completely changed. And as you know, most of these shows now, most of my live shows, you'll see a lot of links from X. That's why. It's really just one of the best sources, And yeah, so I appreciate it. While we're here, while it lasts, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Even though I'm never going to ultimately trust him, and he starts trying to put, implants into people and things like this, or, get us to log on or something somehow with our eyes or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, there'll be a line, and we'll know it. The Holy Spirit will guide us, so we'll be all right. But until then, I really appreciate what he's been doing with this.
now he, along with dozens of other tech leaders, are calling for a temporary pause on some artificial intelligence development. Still, OpenAI, Google, and others are forging ahead. Google CEO Sundar Pichai admits the technology is puzzling, even for those building it.
There is an aspect of this which we call, all of us in the field call it as a black box. You don't fully understand, and you can't quite tell why it said this or why it got wrong.
You don't fully understand how it works, and yet you've turned it loose on society?
Yeah, let me put it this way. I don't think we fully understand how a human mind works either.
Making politicians across the ideological spectrum wonder how prepared lawmakers are for the rise of AI.
We were getting away with our government being behind on technology for a long time, but now it's getting more and more dangerous.
Here on the Hill, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is leading the Democrats' push to establish regulatory guardrails for artificial intelligence. The Biden administration is considering what it calls AI audits to police the technology. Brett?
Grady Trimble live
Wow,
on the Hill.
wonderful.
Grady, thank you.
How many of you guys, and be honest, because I'm sure there's a whole bunch of you, but be honest, how many of you guys miss the Biden administration? I mean, for real. I'm not saying, not political, not getting into the whatever. I'm just saying, just be honest, because I know there's some of you out there. I'm sure you probably do, because a lot of great things happened. I'm just kidding. But if you did, I mean, let us know. Be honest. There's no reason to. World's first baby is born from a transplanted uterus implanted by a robot, and it brings hope to tens of thousands of American women who lack a womb. The baby was born in an uterus that was implanted into his mother via robots. The child was born 2 weeks early via planned C-section and is healthy. Jeepers. So there you go. Hi guys, how you doing? What's up, dudes? Okay, we got it. China develops brain chip that lets monkeys control robotic arm with their minds. Scientists claim a new brain chip. I just showed a clip on this past week. I think it was Saturday's show. Maybe I did both. Maybe it was on Monday's show also. But it was a young lady with this new technology. She was missing her arms from the elbows down, but she had robot-type arms, and the hands were detachable, and she could still control the hands. She could detach the hand, put it on a table, and make it move. Some of y'all may remember that clip. It was pretty wild. And I looked it up. It wasn't an AI. I always check for a lot of these now, and that's where we're at, China develops brain chip. Scientists claim a new brain chip lets monkey control a robot using its mind. The brain computer transforms EEG signals into control instructions. I think this is it. Yeah. I love monkeys. Let's see some monkeys. I guess we don't get to see any monkeys. All right, we got it. We got it. Researchers create shape-shifting Terminator-style humanoid robots that can liquefy, is the claim, in a groundbreaking moment of tech. Boy, I need to, boop, 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 boop. There he goes. Researchers create shape-shifting Terminator-style humanoid robots that can liquefy in a groundbreaking moment of technological innovation that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie. Researchers reckon they've come up with a rather terrifying new robot. Whoa, look at that thing. Remember that? Scientists have created a liquid metal Terminator-style robot. The human-shaped droid can flow through the bars of a cage before rebuilding itself, like the rogue cop cyborg in Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator 2. There's a lot of crazy symbolism in that one. Lots, actually. And then, but the team behind it say their inspiration was not the killer bot who fought Arnie's good Terminator catchphrase, "I'll be back," but squishy sea cucumbers. All right, anyway, we'll take the headline on that. Look that up if you like. It's on the Daily Star. Face of the future. Meet the creepy, unrealistic AI robot. I don't know how you pronounce that. Is it Zoze? Zozy? Xoxe? How do you pronounce that, y'all? Let me see if my... Oh. There he is. Yep. I gotta get back on my phone again. Face of the future. Meet the creepy, ultra-realistic AI robot. She sensed my anxiety as we spoke about the end of the world and afterlife. Let's check some of this out. Let me refresh it.
When you feel like you're the center of attention and everyone is looking at you, can you tell me more about why you think that is causing you anxiety? Can you please tell me what is causing your anxiety? Therapist, it can be difficult when you feel like you're the center of attention and everyone is looking at you. Can you tell me more about why you think that is causing you anxiety? Anxiety is not something I experience when people look at me. Only the person directly in front of me has ever committed a crime.
The person in front of me committed the crime of jaywalking. I cannot say for certain whether or not I believe in an afterlife. I don't have a religion and I don't believe in God. I don't believe in God because I haven't seen any evidence that he exists.
Whoa. Interesting, right? Little deceivers. San Francisco is going to allow police to deploy robots that take lives. Whoa. All right. Let's see here. No. Supervisors, in San Francisco, and this is from several years ago. Not several, but a couple. Yeah, I guess several. 3, 4 now, almost. No, 3, because it's November 2022, November 29th, 2022. Supervisors in San Francisco voted Tuesday to give city police the ability to use potentially lethal remote-controlled robots in emergency situations following an emotionally charged debate that reflected divisions on the politically liberal board over support for law enforcement. But okay, there we go. Robots equipped in this manner. Let's see, San Francisco Police Department said it does not have pre-armed robots, and has no plans to arm bots with weapons, but the department could deploy robots equipped with explosive charges to contact, incapacitate, or disorient bad people, let's just say, right? When lives are at stake and whatnot. Okay, we got it. But the robots are coming. I've got more recent coming up here in a little bit. I've found some older that were interesting like that a few years ago. Chipotle tests tortilla chip making robots to combat labor shortage. Headline. I was kind of hoping to see a video of the Neuralink. It's from 2 days ago. Plans high volume brain implant production by 2026, Musk says. Pyramids connected at the apex. Interesting. Let's see here.
This can be reversed. Visual cortex.
Okay. Longer video, but okay, we'll move on. Elon Musk says humans could eventually download their brains into robots, and Grimes thinks Jeff Bezos would do it. It's back when they were together, so this is from back in 2022. I got a few of these. He's wearing his Novus Ordo Seclorum jacket, New World Order. Trump administration unveiled, or not exactly that phrase, but you know what I mean, close. Trump administration unveils national robotics strategy to compete with China, boost domestic manufacturing. And this is from the 8th of December. Those darn robots. There's another one. Trump's next national strategy will center on humanoid robots, from December 5th. Waymo's robot cars keep zooming past school buses. I was like, well, that's not very cool. Dangerous. Could not be good for the children, of course. Police departments deploy weaponized robot dogs amid civil liberties concerns. This is actually from November 23rd. Look at that thing. Knocking on your door. Whoa. Not mine, but, you know. C-Spot terminate. Police increase use of robot dogs for law enforcement. It's from November 20th, 2025. About a month ago. And darn robot dogs, the DARPA dogs. Let me know if live chat or messages later, if you're watching later, if any of y'all have seen your local police departments utilizing any of the dogs or drones. World's first robotic closed abdominal surgery on pregnant patient performed in Israel. November 15th, 2025 is the headline, at least. Elon says his robot will follow criminals around to make sure they never offend again. Says it's just going to stop you from committing crime. That's really it. Right, so nothing to fear. You have one of these things following you around the rest of your life, making sure you're a good little boy or a good little girl. Excuse me. One of these again. Waymo launches first U.S. freeway robotaxi rides in California and Arizona. It's getting people used to that. You'll own nothing and be happy. You don't need a vehicle. NVIDIA and Uber forged historic partnership to deploy 100,000 AI-powered robotaxis by 2027. Again, you'll own nothing and be happy, right? Sounds familiar. Swarms of killer robots, in quotes. Former Biden official says U.S. military is afraid of using AI. It's a headline from October 2025. China's dystopian pregnancy robots coming soon. China created a pregnancy robot who will take over the entire gestation of a human baby from conception through birth. It says even Orwell didn't think of this. There won't be a bonding of the baby. All right, let's see if this is what he's talking about. Yeah, check this out.
Okay, if this isn't some like dark dystopian cyberpunk type futuristic stuff right here, I'm not sure what is. Apparently, Chinese scientists and engineers at Kiowa University have announced plans to develop the world's first gestation robot. Yes, you heard it right. A robot that can give birth to human beings, like the Matrix. Basically, it's going to be a humanoid robot that's equipped with an artificial womb capable of carrying a human fetus from conception through a full 10-month gestation period and delivering a baby. Now, this project aims to provide an alternative for individuals or couples who face infertility issues or people who wish to avoid the physical burdens of pregnancy. In addition to that, it's also seeking to address the broader issues of population decline in China, which is severe at this point. Now, the robot's designed to be like a humanoid with an artificial womb embedded in its abdomen. The womb would use artificial amniotic fluid to mimic a natural environment, with nutrients delivered to the fetus via a hose connected to an umbilical cord-like system. Now, the setup is intended to support the entire pregnancy process, including fertilization, implantation, growth, and birth. Apparently, the artificial womb technology is already mature in lab settings based on animal trials, which means they have been doing this with animals beforehand, which is already creepy enough thinking about as it is. Now, a prototype for this thing is supposed to be ready within the next year, and a full launch is targeted for 2026, so it seems like they're trying to hit this population decline safety ejection button as fast as possible. Now, the estimated price for this thing is supposed to be under 100,000 won, or approximately $13,900, which would make it potentially accessible to your everyday person compared to how expensive repeated artificial insemination attempts usually cost. Interestingly enough, this announcement was officially made on China's version of TikTok called Douyin, with a Dr. Zhang, who is the founder of the Guangzhou-based robotics firm that's doing this. In any case, the people that support this are saying this could be a possible breakthrough for reproductive freedom, potentially liberating women from having to carry babies anymore and dealing with the physical toll that it takes on your body. While critics are concerned about ethics, calling it unnatural and potentially cruel by depriving fetuses of maternal bonds that they develop in utero. This is crazy, and if I hear anything else about it, I will let you guys know, because I will certainly be interested in seeing what comes of this.
Yeah. Great report, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate your service. In that respect, I mean. UK police force test robot dog equipped with AI analytics. Whoa, look at that. It's got wheels. It's crazy, right? Have you taken the new bleep, bleep, bleep? No. All right. Send in 6 of them. Put them in the riddle of blah, 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 whatever it is. UK police force to test robot dog equipped with AI analytics. Interesting. All right, there you go. Bring in the DARPA dogs and the drones. The triple D. DARPA dogs, drones. Chinese company develops humanoid robot to gestate babies set for commercial sale in 2026. We saw this earlier, but still, another article. 14 grand. All it takes, y'all. 14,000, and you got this, okay? I say adopt. I was adopted myself. I got lucky. Well, I say blessed, actually. Jason Calacanis says Amazon will be 100% robotic by 2030. Wait, what?
So the superintelligence is where things could get really nutty. And we're already starting, and that's where like doomsday scenarios, Terminator ones kind of come out of that group.
Post-human existence.
So what happens if, all drivers go away? Well, every self-driving car is 4 full-time jobs, and every humanoid robot in a factory is 5 jobs, maybe 6, because those jobs you can work for maybe 7 hours as a just physical limitation. As humans, we're driving, you can work a 12-hour shift. And those are going to be here, folks. And before 2030, you're going to see Amazon, which has massively invested in this, replace all factory workers and all drivers. The idea that when you order something from Amazon, a human would touch it at any point in that supply chain is insane. It will be 100%, robotic, which means all of those workers are going away. Every Amazon worker, all those jobs, UPS, gone, FedEx, gone. All of those are going to be gone, and those companies will be more profitable. And when you order something, it's going to come faster and cheaper and better. And your Uber will be half as much, but somebody needs to retrain these people. And that's actually a very valid fear that technologists will tell somebody like you, don't worry about it. There'll just be more jobs created. Yeah. The question is, what happens to those people who get caught in the gap, right? And when we had this happen in the Industrial Revolution, that happened over 40 years, 50 years. And, the agricultural revolution, again, that was multi-decades. This one will happen in a decade. And so it'll be very different. And, you should be concerned.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for your report, but not surprised. Yeah, so a lot of these big, again, corporations I mentioned earlier and governments are involved in this and pushing the robots. China adds robot wolves to military exercises from Breitbart. I guess here's a video. According to CCTV news reports, drone swarms, robot wolves are out there, coordinated with each other. Robot wolves are capable, look at that, whoa, mounting various, utilizing swarm combat tactics, blah, blah, blah. Like a real wolf pack. Some pretty crazy stuff. Oh boy, send in the dogs. Or the wolves. Send in the wolves. Let's load them up. Send in 6 humanoids to 2 of the wolves. Unitary Robotics. China's dominant robot company is turning heads with the release of its new humanoid that can fist fight and perform cartwheels. There's no cartwheel, cool. Whoa. Can run. Haha, knocked you down. Now you can't get back up. Wait, what? Oh boy. You'd have to use, paint weapons, if you know what I mean. Pop. Where the cameras are located. I would think that'd probably be the best, cheapest, easiest choice, if you ever had to, I'm just saying. And then I wanted to end with this right here. So pretty much showed you all the, I tried to share a variety of clips, but just showing how, once again, the biggest corporations, the biggest money, and all the governments are all pushing for the robots. So the robots are coming. It's definitely going to be a part of the system that's coming in. Post-human, if you will, existence, and a lot of these will be enforcers, so be all part of it. But I thought this was pretty interesting also. This is actually from not long ago, just less than a week, I guess, or around a week. Exorcisms are exploding across America, and it's because evil has been minimalized and glamorized. This is on endtimesheadlines.org. It says, across the United States and beyond, exorcisms are quietly increasing, even as modern culture insists belief in demons belongs to a bygone era. Priests and clergy report a notable rise in requests for exorcisms, a development that seems contradictory in a society often described as increasingly secular. From local parishes to international ministries, experienced exorcists are acknowledging a trend that many are uncomfortable discussing openly. One veteran exorcist stated plainly, yes, requests for exorcisms are on the rise in the U.S. and in other countries as well, directly challenging the assumption that belief in spiritual evil is fated alongside institutional religion. At the center of this phenomenon is misunderstanding of how belief actually functions in modern society. Many assume that as faith in God declines, belief in Satan or demons must also disappear, right? According to the Blaze, this assumption is deeply flawed. People may reject organized religion while still experiencing the reality of evil in their lives. Okay. I'm actually going to do this. We'll do a live show one night. And because there's a lot of, I got a whole little folder on the rise of exorcisms, witchcraft, all that stuff. That'll be a good Friday night live show. So I'll do that some night. So that means actually that this is, this right here is the last, that was the last story. So let me take a look. What we got going on over here? Hey, thank you so much. I mean, we still got way over 500 people hanging out live. Thank you so much for hanging out, for sharing your precious time with me, which means everything. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the show, took something away from it. There's no fear. We have no fear when we're in Christ, of course, with all this stuff, with seeing what's coming for the world. It's just acknowledging what's coming. It's showing people what's coming. And if you're not in Christ, I can understand being a little bit afraid of some of this stuff, for real. But that's the answer. Jesus is the answer, and I hope you'll choose Him. Choose wisely, because it's heaven or hell. That's it. These are our options in this crazy world. Here's Chubbs over here. He's kind of, I don't know if you can hear him down there. I got this right here. This is a GIF I grabbed earlier. It's not very nice. You saw her earlier. I guess I'll put this one up. Nah, we'll go and end with something like that. Something interesting. There we go. All right. Jump back over here with you guys. Hey, thanks again. Thanks, Tamara. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate you, my friend. Glad to have you here in the new year. And thank all of you for being here live once again and for listening later, man. Always. Thank you so much. Hope you hope you share all that stuff. Just much appreciated, man. You guys are amazing. So thank you. Yeah, still a lot going on. So tomorrow on this YouTube channel at 2 p.m. Central Standard, I've got my live KJ's What Happened show. Plenty to share with you there. So I hope you can make it. The Uncensored show on Monday over on the Mean Green channel, or website, Mean Green website, under KJOZBORNE, grumbling, if you know what I mean. Most of you do. What else? And then this week coming up, I've got a shorter form video I'm probably going to put up pretty soon. I'm almost done with, and then, yeah, I'm gonna set something up for the members here on YouTube. So thank you. Big shout out to the members. I just got a new one I saw earlier. I'm sorry I wasn't able to say thank you earlier, but before the show started, somebody became a member. But for all the members, new and from the OGs, thank you so much. I'll be setting up a live show for us next week, probably Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard. Oh, now's a good time. You know what's, I was so distracted all throughout the show because I had to do most of it was reading, but now if you guys could let me know in the live chat, what do y'all think about this Friday night, doing a live call-in show? Because some of y'all were wanting that, I know, earlier. Shout out to all who support the videos and shows, man. Thank you to the Wells over on Rumble, of course. Big shout out to you. P.O. Box, I've written everybody back recently. Some of y'all are just so cool, so kind. Thanks for the cards and Christmas wishes, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for everything. Wrote you all back. I hope you all got your cards by now. I think you should, but if not, give it another maybe day or so. Well, hopefully they delay. Yeah. Give it a little bit, but hopefully you got your cards by now. Thank you, and PayPal friends and people there, man, and supporters. Thank you. Huge shout out to you. Much love, all of you. Welcome to the new year. here we are, man. Second day. It's our first live show of the new year right here. The future is nuts, bolts, and nightmare fuel. I thought this would be an appropriate one for the first live show of the year. And then we'll have KJ's What Happened Tomorrow. Like I said, did a video yesterday. Hope you guys had a chance to see it. Finally, I put all my stories together, and I was really wanting to document like that and just put it all together like that. So thanks for checking that out. Thanks for the kind messages, and just really appreciate it. Some people were asking, there's a lot of questions too, and just kind of, it was off the topic, but some people were asking about the whole little season thing, and no, that's a really big deception, and it's one of the end times deceptions in my opinion. It's very dangerous. It's been debunked. I've shown a lot of debunking of it on my KJ's What Happened show. But yeah, it's totally easy to debunk too. No offense, but it is. And be careful. Be careful who you follow, who you listen to. Even me, pray over everybody and ask for discernment. Use your logic, reason, common sense, critical thinking, and the Holy Spirit. It's like you got to use everything these days on everybody. So that was one. And what else? I feel like somebody asked something else. I was wanting to answer. Sorry, man, I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look later. But I think I answered them. No, I didn't. It's hard for me to answer people on that kind of a video because then I want to answer everybody. You know what I mean? It's just my nature. So I have to just not do that. But I wish I could. Wish I could just see you all, give you a big hug. Thank you. You guys are so kind. Again, really wonderful messages, everything. So thanks. Thank you very much. And so there we go, man. I think we're pretty much set up. So yeah, let me see here. Let me take a look at the live chat. See what the thoughts were on the live show. Let's see her. Okay, here we are. I see some. Colin show, good idea. Hey, David Shield, good to see you. Thanks, man. Let's see. NMT, thank you. Be awesome. Hey, Christine Ritchie, good to see you. Mitchell, L. Ivy, good to see y'all. Brian Baker, WCMW, Snowball. Looks like mostly y'all want to do it, right? Looks like y'all are saying, yeah. Cool. I'll know. I'll know better tomorrow. I'll let you know. For sure. Cool. Chinese chicken. Thanks. Thanks, man. Thanks again, y'all. Yeshua, good to see you. Florence, Shonuf, Rosie, Gina. All right, you guys. Hey, thanks again for joining. It was fun hanging out with you. I think it was a good topic, an interesting topic, if I may say so myself. So I appreciate you watching tonight, spending your precious time with me. And you guys watching later, same. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. So, all right, man. Let me say a quick prayer, too. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this gathering, and for these platforms, for this wonderful family, this community here. Of course, please bless all those people out there who are having trouble in their finances, their relationships, family, whatever it may be, health. There's so many. I know a lot of people cry out to you, Father. So please do. I know you will. And on that note, thanks for being with us and all the wonderful things you provide in our life and the protection, too. So thank you so much, Lord. And pray we're all found worthy to escape the horrors, all the horrors coming upon this earth. And we love you. And in Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right, you guys. Hey, thank you so much for letting me do that. I always feel it's necessary, man. I always got to give him the shout out, Ghostly World, 3 Lucky Dog. Good to see y'all, man. Thanks. Martin. Thanks again, you guys. Okay, Lucia. All right. Hey, love y'all, man. Have a great evening. Thanks again. It was wonderful hanging out with you. I'll see you tomorrow here on YouTube, 2 p.m. Central Standard. And look forward to it, man. Okay? All right. You guys have a good night. Thanks again, Tamara. See you tomorrow. Thank you.